This is the King 5 High School Sports Blitz, brought to you by Dairy Gold, farmer-owned and local since 1918. Now, a man who swallowed a lot of aggression today, along with a lot of pizza, Paul SILVI.
It's my favorite food. That's why I got this huge jersey tonight from Liberty. I don't know, they thought I was The Rock or something. Look at the size of these shoulder pads in there. Anyway, I appreciate the Liberty Patriots lending me a hand tonight. Liberty taking on FIFE. We're going to have highlights of that game in just a few. I know who won. I'm not going to give it away. We'll get to that game in just a few. We had the big game earlier tonight on the broadcast. Now we're going to bring in Chris Egan a little bit later on to give us a live shot from Bellingham. He went way up north for the Dairy Gold big game. We'll have that for you in just a few. But, you know, we try to get around the town and around the Western Washington as much as we can. Here we are tonight covering every game we can. And about 9 state playoff games from Bellingham to Seattle, Paulsbo to Tumwater, and a side trip out to Spokane. We begin on the plateau, though. SKYLINE pumped up for another game against BOTHELL. Wow, this scheduled to be a showdown. This time on their home turf, knowing the way the state playoff bracket goes. Win or lose, it's their last one at Spartan Stadium. SKYLINE gets on the board the first drive. O-line opens up a great hole. Prescott Wong in for 6. Spartans kept pounding the football on the ground. The legs of Wong, muscles in for another to gain 14-0 at that point. Bothell's high-powered offense can score quick. Jacob Sermon, his favorite target, DeVicious Wilson, over the middle, and he's in. Won't be brought down. Bothell pulls within 14-7. Play of the game comes with seconds left in the half. SKYLINE's defense traps Simon in the backfield. Sermon, I should say. It's a typo. The ball at standout D-end. Matthew Cindric scoops it up, and he's gone. The man has some serious speed for a lineman. That's 70 yards. It's 24-7 SKYLINE at the half. Bothell not going to go down easy, and they come out firing. The Cougs in the third quarter get it going. They march and cap the drive with this toss. It's Jacob Sermon to a wide open Jacob Percival. Bothell keeps the pressure on with strong field position and gets the go-ahead score on a quarterback keeper. Sermon uses all of his 6'5" frame in for the touchdown. Bothell fans know the momentum has shifted. SKYLINE won't be denied. The Spartans go on a 6-minute drive. You talk about eating up the clock. This time quarterback Joe Green shows he can do the same. Power move in. Spartans back on top, 31-28. What a game. There's still time on the clock. Cougars looking for that quick offense to get them scoring in the range here. SKYLINE D steps up, though. Will Carson picks off Sermon in the final seconds to thwart a Cougar comeback and seal the victory. Wow. What a game. Bothell won the first matchup. SKYLINE wins this one in a playoff. Spartans will head out next week to Spokane to play Central Valley. What a great game tonight. North KITSAP band cranking up the tunes while their team hits all the right notes on the field. The Vikings taking on the Bearcats of WF West. Nice blocking out in front of this running play. Dax Solis takes the pitch. Look at him drop the hammer at the goal line. Pure power. Trouble for the Bearcats on special teams. Noel Wolin gives chase. Riley Solis and company overpower him and take over on downs. On the quarter change, the Vikings are coming this way. Dax doing the damage again, breaks a tackle, and he's in for a touchdown. Wolin gets the Bearcats on the board here. He hits Brandon White, who makes a nice effort to hang on and get into the end zone. Vikings quarterback Andrew Blackmore comes right back, though, and he is slinging the rock. Nice grab by 6'3", Kai Warren, and that's a touchdown. Boy, he's a big man. North KITSAP wins it 38-7.
The coaches do a great job preparing the kids. But, man, our kids play hard. They play with passion. They play together, and couldn't be prouder of them. It was an awesome night for them.
My team is so amazing, and I'm so proud of them, and couldn't do it without the O-line. You know, they call me the D train, and then they say the O-line's my tracks. So without them, I'm nothing. So got to do a big shout out to the O-line, doing what they got to do. Thank you guys.
Our defense really stepped up. We set the tone the whole game. We only held them to 7 points, and even that was little. You know, we wanted to shut down everything they had, and by the second quarter, I knew they were out of options.
Feels great. I mean, obviously, Dax had a big game. O-line did great. They did what they needed, and in the end, we came up big and got the dub.
Vikings representing tonight. Now, here's Jackie, the intern.
We are under the Friday night lights here at Memorial Stadium, and it is a playoff game between the O'Day Irish and Mercer Island. How do you guys feel about your team going 8-1 so far this season?
You know, it was a rough loss, but we're finna get it back in the state championship. Lost to these guys out here, Eastside Catholic, but it's a different game next time we play them. State championship coming this year. Let's go, baby! Let's go!
and the Irish get right to it. Connor Gregoire up the middle and to his left. A big gainer and picks up a few more after the spin move. That sets up O'Day's first touchdown. Jamin Patu running behind big Alex Schmidt. Patu in for a 7-0 Irish lead. O'Day ups it to 10-0 before the Islanders strike back. Nikhil Nair throws out to Cole Miller, and then Miller does the rest. That's a 72-yard touchdown. Mercer Island cuts the Irish lead to 10-7. O'Day kicks it into gear from there. Patu up the middle for his second touchdown of the first half. Check out the catch here by Cole Miller. Reaches up for the one-hand snare. Nice job, but nothing on the board on that drive. O'Day pounds it downfield and in. Mark Tafia going across for 6 more. And then once more, from the air, Amonte Scott up top for Noah Williams. The Irish win it 55-21. Here's Patu after the game and under some duress from his teammates.
It felt good. I felt like I was contributing to my team. When I score, we all score. I love my grandma. And I do it all.
O'Day now plays the winner of the big game, and there's your segue.
Time now for the big game, brought to you by Dairy Gold, farmer-owned and local since 1918.
All right, so who do we have up next for O'Day? Well, Chris Egan was way up north tonight. Bellingham just taking in the whole Ferndale action up there. And Chris, I noticed a little earlier tonight that they did finally throw you out of the stadium and put you under some kind of, just some amber lighting out there for you.
Yeah, Paul, it's a holiday weekend. They said, you know what, Egan, we understand the Blitz is a big show, but we got to get our crews out of here tonight. We know how long you guys like to stay out there. So we're out in the parking lot tonight, but the show must go on. And tonight we're coming to you live from Bellingham up at Civic Stadium tonight, just about 10 miles away from Ferndale High School. The Bethel Braves, Paul, they were playing with heavy hearts tonight. Their principal, Adam Cox, who was a big football supporter, passed away earlier this week. So the Bethel Braves, they put decals with the principal's initials on their helmets tonight to honor their principal as they battled undefeated Ferndale. The big game equals a big crowd and a big run. On Ferndale's first series, Cole Samu fights off a couple tackles and turns on the Jets. He's Ferndale's top rusher, and how about the run here? But sadly, he's injured on this play, and he is done for the night. The Golden Eagles go to the air. James Hinson finds Reed Benson, touchdown Ferndale, and they take a 7-0 lead. Bethel answers with their own air attack. Nate Hughes, one of the best in the state, he finds Peter Latou, touchdown Braves, 7-7 game. Second quarter now, Hughes still firing at will. This time he finds Omar Merriweather, and it's now 14-7 Bethel. Ferndale assistant coach and Husky legend Jake Locker not looking worried, and his team responds. Hinson fires a beauty, and Connor Obergatzberger catches it in stride, and we're all tied up at 14-all. Ferndale recovers a fumble, and then Brian Eby scores. Golden Eagles lead at 21-14 at the break. Halftime, the Ferndale band puts on quite a show with a space theme to it. Even former NASA astronaut Wendy Lawrence was on hand. Wendy, best halftime performance of the year. How was the ride?
A little bumpy, nice smooth landing, and I can finally say I've been on the moon.
You made it on the moon.
Finally.
And now it's time for the second half.
Yes.
The Golden Eagles wing T offense takes flight in the third quarter. Eby scores again, and then Ferndale puts it away with another big rushing touchdown. Celebration time for the Golden Eagles. Ferndale wins it 42-14. Tell you what, Paul, this Ferndale team, very impressive. They came into this game averaging 45 points per game. They lose their top running back in the first quarter of this game. Coaches said, hey, next man up. A lot of guys stepped up for Ferndale. They put up 42 points on the board. As Jackie alluded to, they will now play O'Day. That game's going to take place right here next Friday or Saturday at Civic Stadium. Great year for the Bethel Braves, 9-1, back in the state playoffs for the first time in 7 years. So congrats to Bethel. As for Ferndale O'Day, that's going to be a heck of a matchup, Paul, next week. And coming up a little bit later on during the Blitz, we're going to hear from Jamie Plenkovich, the head coach of Ferndale, and quarterback James Hinson. We'll get their thoughts on tonight's game, plus their thoughts about losing their #1 running back. So we're live tonight in beautiful Bellingham. Let's send it back to Paul Sylvie in Seattle.
I know you've been up there all day long, Chris, and I know that you're still going to stick around for another live shot. So just, but you got to say something about Bethel. I mean, I heard him in your pregame, one of your many pregame shows today, that the Braves weren't expected to do much at all this year. So a real strong season for them, and kind of a nice surprise and a great finish for them.
No question about it, Paul. Bethel has, like I said, they haven't been in the state playoffs for over 7 years. They have a young coach. They have a young team. They've got a lot of stars on this team, Paul. So I think we're just hearing the beginning of a run for the Bethel Braves. And, Paul, I'm fine to be here all night long because I loaded up earlier tonight at Mark Wright's farm in Ferndale with plenty of kale. It's really kept me energetic tonight, so I'll be eating that all night long. I'll share some with you a little bit later on.
No, you won't. No, you won't. But thank you anyway. All right, we'll check back to you in a few. All right, to enhance your high school viewing experience, it's the Big Game Replay. For those of you at the big game or fans who can't be there, we're turning around some of the biggest plays, best plays of the game moments later, and you can see them on the King 5 Sports Twitter page, so you can follow us at King 5 Sports. All right. Jackie the intern out there working in the field tonight, and now she's back here to give us some scores. What do you got there, Kentridge?
Well, we've got a lot less scores this week now that we're in the playoffs. So we have Richland with 62 points, West Valley 28, Gonzaga Prep 35 over Moses Lake with 21, Davenport 53 shutting out Lake Roosevelt. Are you ready for the shutouts, Paul?
Oh, man, in the playoffs
35, Black Hills, nothing. Montesano 41 over Wright, Kalama 36, Adna 29, Central Valley 22, Camas 15, Napa Vine over Rainier with 40 points, 40 over 7, La Center 42, Mount Baker 24, and Sumner beating Union 42-14.
Man, there's still a lot of teams alive. Montesano with a strong outing tonight, too, and a lot to look forward to. A lot of teams still alive in this thing.
Yeah.
All right, so are we going to be looking at you later on? You got something for us?
Yeah, we've got Player of the Week coming up. So
see, that's what we call a tease, all right? So we're trying to work you into the show. Well, you just heard it, the Athlete of the Week, brought to you by Jackie the intern. We'll get to that in just a few. But now a little music from, I believe it's North KITSAP, yes. Nice job there. Always like that percussion. All right, from north to south. You know, usually it's Egan down there in his hometown of Puyallup at Sparks Stadium, kind of just marching and doing the parades and all that thing. Well, we threw him out of there tonight. We had to open the door for Ryan Takeo to go down there and introduce himself and have a little fun at Sparks Stadium. So here's Ryan and his coverage of a game.
Foggy and cold Sparks Stadium tonight. It's Puyallup hosting Monroe. Puyallup trying to mount a drive in the first quarter, but Monroe forces the fumble. Josh Jerome, number 55, pounces on it. Monroe has the ball. The next drive lasts into the second quarter, and the Bearcats, from a couple yards out, it's Ricky Baker on the fullback dive in for the score. This is the final play of the first half. It's Puyallup's Jacob Holman over to the corner, and Darius Morrison comes down with it. 7-7 tie going into the half. Third quarter, here's what it looks like from the Monroe student section. Puyallup answers in the fourth corner. It's Kyle Kramer up the middle on a fourth down again, and Puyallup ties it at 14. The back and forth continues, and it's Jaden Pruitt on the slant to Isaiah Cole. He's fired up, and it's 21-14, Monroe. At this point, it's really tough to see. You can't even see across the field over at the Vikings cheerleaders. Puyallup driving their last chance with 2 minutes left. It's a fade, and Skylar Barr picks it off. All Monroe now needs to do is run out the clock. Puyallup uses its 2 remaining timeouts, and on third down, Pruitt, look at this play call all the way to Efton Chisholm. And that does it. All Monroe needs to do is take a knee, and that's what they do. Monroe wins it 21-14. Now it's time to celebrate.
Let's go! Let's go! That's right, M-Town, baby! M-Town, baby, we're coming! We're coming down! Let's go!
Man, what a game there tonight. Fife playing host to Liberty. The guys shaking hands before the big game, and we start this one with the Patriots on the drive. Samuel Brown drops back, and he hits Jacob Thorson deep down the middle. He scores untouched. Liberty up 7-0. Ensuing kickoff, a little trickeration, if that's a word, from Holden Koiker. Patriots recover the onside kick. Later on, Liberty driving. Sam Coulon on the carry. He gets stripped, and Fife's Lavelle Alexander will take it to the house. Oh, heads-up play. Patriots with the ball again, and this time, make no mistake, it's Brown to Thorson, making it work on the completion for 6. Touchdown, Patriots. Trojans trying to stay in it. Gannon Guinness looking for a receiver here. Briar Cameron picks off the pass. Liberty upsets Fife on the road, 24-14. Patriots, a big win tonight. Tumwater hosting Lynden. We start with Lions on the drive. James Marsh going to take it for the keeper. Down inside the 1 yard line, so why not give it to him again? Sure, he earned it. Marsh. This time, he goes to the air. Looking for a little help from Aaron Widenar, and he's got this football. Look at the room. Wide open range. Long legs, not going to catch him. Too much speed. Tumwater trying to get something going. Connor Clark takes the kickoff. Back at his 5 yard line. Look at this man go. Our camera tries to keep up. Horse collar tackle there at the end here. They go on to score, though, and make it worth their while. Lions on the drive again. Marsh chucks it up. Patrick Williams makes the pick. Check out the big block on the return. Getting help. He gets help from everybody. Tumwater goes on to win this one in a close one. I smell a big play, Joel Knipp. Whoa, 23-21. A close one as Tumwater pulls it out. And here are the cheerleaders.
We are the North KITSAP cheerleaders, and you're watching the King5 Sports Blitz.
They don't even need an introduction. North KITSAP, thank you, and thanks for the great highlights tonight and the great post game and everything. We kind of had a party out there that no one ever knew about. So congrats to North KITSAP on the big win. All right, let's head up north. We're going up there to Alex Rogeri, stationed at Archbishop Murphy tonight. The Wildcats taking on River Ridge. Here's Alex.
River Ridge made the long trip up from Lacey to take on Archbishop Murphy. And on this cold Friday night, it was all about the Wildcats. The first offensive series, quarterback Victor Gabalas with a deep pass to standout wide receiver Kyler Gordon. Gordon's catch led to this run right here. Ray Pimentel with a 25-yard touchdown, giving the Wildcats a 7-0 lead. Coach trying to figure out what's next, and it's Pimentel again. Another score, 14-0. Pimentel had himself a day. Archbishop Murphy getting it done on both sides of the ball. Check out this interception right here. We have Bora Manyagi with an interception and a nice return. This team was really hitting all the right notes because on the next defensive series, here's another interception. Check this out. A great catch and a quick salute tonight to Archbishop Murphy fan Roman Miller, a World War II vet. Roman, thank you for your service. And he sure liked what he saw this evening. A huge run by Ray Pimentel put it away for the Wildcats. Archbishop Murphy never let off the gas as they run to the next round of the playoffs. They beat River Ridge 47-7. I'm Alex Rozier, King 5 Sports.
Thank you, Alex. Edmonds Woodway. Crusaders get the best of the Warriors. Duncan Hager pitches to Gio Ursino, and he's off to the races. Great blocking on the return. Ursino finds a seam and blows right through it. Salahu Fati tracks him down, saves the touchdown, but again, this leads to a touchdown. How about this run by Malik Putney? Takes the handoff from Hayden Harris. He breaks a couple of tackles, spins, breaks another. Well, he just runs them over. See you later. Open space. Fatty and the Warriors giving chase, and he saves another touchdown. They can't get away from number 3. But again, one play later, Crusaders do score. The defense starts to flex a muscle. Good pressure on the quarterback, and Jack Rossmeisel picks off the pass. Forget it. Big Jack takes it to the house. That's just his opening act. Crusaders defense, relentless. Cade Peacock busted in to force a fumble. Riley Chappell loses the handle, and it's Jack in the box again. Takes off. You see what I did there, Knip? 2 defensive touchdowns for Jack. Eastside Catholic tonight, winning at 42-13. I know I'm lame. To Spokane, game of turnovers. Mount Spokane hosting Rainier Beach. Wildcats center Mason Meath snaps it off his butt. Beach recovers, but then the Vikes get the slip fumble in the end zone. Mount Spokane recovers for a safety. The Beach defense does come up big. Marcus Presley with the hit, and Beach hangs on to win this one. A good one, 28-21 Vikings. All right, let's head back up to Bellingham now, and our good friend Chris Egan with the Dairy Gold King 5 big game of the week. Chris, one more time out there, and we'll let you go home.
All right, Paul, thank you much. Ferndale now a perfect 10-0 on the season. The Bethel Braves had a great run, but it comes to an end tonight. Bethel actually led this game, Paul, 14-7 in the first quarter. Ferndale, they lost their lead running back, Cole Samu, but the Golden Eagles, not Egans, they came together and got the big win tonight.
It was hard to see Cole go down because he's been our heart and soul offensively all year, and that took us a little bit to recover from that. Our guys did a great job of just continuing to battle. We made some key plays when we had to. Huge play, stripping the ball down at the goal line and getting a touchback, but just a gutty effort by our guys against a good football team.
And they have a great passing attack, and I thought in the second half, your defense just stepped up to another level, didn't they?
Yeah, we did. I think, we talked all week. They're really good with great skill kids that are going to make plays. We just had to make them try to earn everything they got. We did a pretty good job of keeping stuff in front of us and getting enough pressure on him to make him a little bit uncomfortable, and then the ability to control the clock on the other side.
Before we get to Evie, I know a lot of people know about the wing T and Ferndale runs the ball, but your quarterback did a good job tonight. Couple huge throws he made for touchdowns tonight.
Well, and that's the thing that he's brought to us. You know, he's a 3-year starter, and it's allowed us to do some of those things. He's a really good football player. We can throw it when we need to, and it helps keep teams from loading the box, and if they do, we feel like we have some big plays out there.
How much fun is this team? You guys came in averaging over 45. You put 42 against a very good team tonight. How much fun is this offense to be leading this offense?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, a high-powered wing T offense is pretty cool to put up that many points in a wing T offense. So excited to get after it against O'Day, most likely.
Yeah, O'Day did get the win over Mercer Island tonight. Only 8 teams left. What's been the key for you guys right now at Ferndale?
We practice hard, we work hard. We've had a group of guys that have been working hard for the past 4 years, going in, working out in the morning before school in the weight room and stuff, and we've just been working hard, and I think our leadership is a big thing that helps us through all of these games.
All right, so Ferndale moves on. They will take on O'Day next week, and it's going to be right here at Civic Stadium in Bellingham. Paul, you guys get free pizza every Friday night. We've never got one piece, but I can't complain. I've got fresh kale from Mark Wright's farm. And this stuff is so great. It's
Don't
be
you
great
do
for my
it.
4-hour drive home to Puyallup. Back to you, buddy.
All right, thank you, Chris. You just keep that with you. Don't bring it back to the station. We're good. We have pizza. Thanks. All right, Chris Egan joining us tonight from Bellingham. I don't know, you know, folks, we could really make him eat it for real and swallow it and do the whole thing, but we're not quite going to do that to Chris. He's been a warrior out there tonight doing his thing, so we're going to jump in on King here in a sec. All right, welcome to the King 5 viewers. We are in the middle of the high school sports blitz, streaming live only on king5.com. So we had some high school playoffs tonight. I'm sporting the Liberty Patriots jersey, who beat Fife tonight. We've got all those highlights for you. You can check them out on king5.com. Tonight, some college football. The 9th-ranked Huskies down taking on Stanford, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive and trying to get it done against Stanford. It starts well and starts strong for the Huskies at the farm. The former O'Day star getting the job done there right now. Miles Gaskin in for a touchdown, and there's plenty more from Gaskin. After Stanford ties the game, Gaskin will not be denied. He's now only one rushing touchdown for the Huskies' all-time record. The junior also goes over 1,000 yards for the season, third time of his career. Bryce Love having a tough time early going. He goes down in the second quarter, but he comes back with a vengeance. Love runs it in from the 12. He goes over the 100-yard mark. Stanford takes the lead for good. Jake Browning must have watched that Seahawks game last night. He tries to pull off a little Russell Wilson Houdini move here, but he can't escape the pass rush. He gets caught by Stanford's other number 20, Bobby Okereke. After the short punt by the Dogs, Stanford caps it off and capitalizes, pulling off the upset tonight, 30-22 over the Huskies. All right, so now let's throw it out to Chris Egan. The big game up in Bellingham. All right. Okay, we are back live streaming. Chris Egan's taking care of that show. You've already seen him. All right, let's get to your pictures. We want to see what you're doing out there and what's going on at your game. Send us your pictures via the Twitter or Instagram, hashtag K5 Sports. I just want, look at Jackie up there. Look at the self-promotion from Jackie the intern. Look at, oh, it's gone now, Jackie. What are you going to do? There's no more pictures of you up there. Oh, brother. No, you know, but you do have the Cambridge jersey on. She's been wearing it all year. It's her alma mater. You'll have one more week to wear it. Mr. Anderson will be proud. The Chargers are proud. So there you go. So she always brings us the athlete of the week. Who do you got for us this week?
All right. Our player of the week is Christian Galvin, who hails from Bothell High School. Only a sophomore, things are looking up so far for this young running back. Last week, Christian had 10 carries and ran for 201 yards and 3 touchdowns for the Cougars in last week's 56-6 win against Glacier Peak. We stopped by practice to chat with Christian and head coach Tom Bainter to see what they had to say about last week's big win.
I felt good. I had a few good runs, but sort of the scheme behind and the play calling that our coaches allowed me to break open into the open field and give me a chance to do what I can do was really up to my team, and they did great. It really all started after practice yesterday. I picked up my phone and I saw that I was one of the nominees, and some of the players saw it as well, and they were all like, oh, well, let's spread the word. And before I knew it, there's people that were texting me saying, I heard you got nominated, I voted for you, and people, I mean, all around the high school that even don't play football, just part of the student body that were voting for me.
I think it's really exciting for us and our football team. We've been trying to get our running game going and working hard on it, and we had a great week of practice last week, and we ran the ball exceptionally well, and O-line opened up holes, Christian ran hard, and that's the kind of result we're hoping for.
He's a great kid. You know, he's a 4.0 student. He gets it done in the classroom. He's one of the first to volunteer for any community service event we do. I don't know that there's anybody that doesn't have great respect for him, and so he's a real quality, characteristic type person that you hope to have on your football team.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone who voted for me. I mean, it's a great honor.
Man, tough one for Bothell tonight. Beating Skyline earlier this season, but the Cougs lose to the Spartans tonight in a great game. Congratulations to Tom Bainter again. A great season for Bothell. And you know what? Special shout out to the Cougs fans. Always love going out to Pop Keeney, seeing that Halloween act they have going out there. Everybody's in their blue and white costumes basically and making a lot of fun. So great season to Bothell. Good luck to the Spartans as they move on. Good luck to Liberty as the Patriots move on. Winners over Fife tonight. A lot of highlights for you. But now it's time for the top 5 plays of the week, brought to you by the man himself, Joel Knipp. All right, let's get to the top 5. Let's see how Joel did, huh? It's a twofer from Mercer Island's Cole Miller. First off, the junior takes the bubble screen, scampers 32 yards for a touchdown. That's a cool play, but he makes an even better play. Miller heading toward the sideline. Nikhil Nair calls his number. Look at this catch, one-handed. Oh, that's sweet. And he just makes it look so casual. You got to see that again. What does Egan say? So nice, you got to watch it twice. All right, there you go. A little Chris Egan shout out again. All right, let's head out to number 4. Goes from the same game. O'Day's Amani Scott throws it deep to Noah Williams. The junior reaches out and pulls it in for 6. O'Day looking like they're peaking at the right time. Look at the concentration here. This guy's like, what, 6'4", I think, and he uses all of it to reach out and make that catch. Great grab there, young man, for the touchdown. The Irish are winner tonight. Number 3 comes from Fife's defense, surrounding the prey before picking it apart. Lavelle Alexander comes up with the ball, and he returns it 60 yards for a touchdown. Lavelle was a star on this show last week, and he's a star on this show again tonight. That was number 3. All right. You don't have time to show Lavelle go slow-mo the whole way. Number 2, Skyline's pass rush gets the Bothells' Jacob Sermon. Andrew Hoyd knocks the ball out of Sermon's hands. Matthew Cindric all the way, 70 yards for a touchdown. Look at him motor down the field. Looks like a running back. You got to see it again. Why not? Cindric is a lineman. He's listed at 270 pounds. You don't normally see Sermon get tossed around like that. He's a big boy too. But there goes Cindric. The guy can fly. Deceptive speed. He runs like a gazelle. The senior goes to the house, makes the number 2 play of the week. Number 1 comes from Eastside Catholics. Malik Putney hits the spin cycle, and he runs over a guy. He still has plenty of gas left in the tank, but we've been talking about Salahu Fatty. Yeah, that's the guy, number 3. He makes sure he doesn't score. Great run, but Fatty's there to keep it from being a touchdown. Great effort, though, to try to hit that pylon. We got to show it again, right? You going to show me? Show us again. All right, look, I love this. He spins, and you think he's free, but then he just runs over the guy right in front of him, and he's off. That, folks, is pure power. Look at the ref. He's like, I got to get out of here. This guy's going to run me over. Fatty, doing a nice job for the Warriors to track him down and save a touchdown at least for 1 play. All right, I think that's it. That's number 1. No, he wasn't, Joel. The referees do a good job. They don't have instant replay. Get out here. That's going to do it for us. Come on out here. Come on, everybody. There's only 1 show left.
He was in, Paul. He was in. You saw the replay.
All right. You know, this guy's known as the UP, the unidentified person on Facebook, but it's Joel Knipp for you folks that don't know who he is. All right, move aside, Keith. I got to see what we're going to here. That's going to do it. 1 more show. Next up, next Friday is the final show. It's week 12. It's been a blast so far. We've got some big games coming up next week. Hey, Jackie, come here. Read that. Take us out of here. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining
there
us.
you go.
And remember to check in Sunday night on King 5 after Sunday Night Football for the 5th quarter. That's it. Have a great weekend.
On a Friday night in Everett, it is playoff football. River Ridge taking on Archbishop Murphy. A chilly night. Win or go home. This, your Instagram game of the week. There you have it. Archbishop Murphy leads early. 14-0 is the score as we near the end of the first quarter. The last time we talked, it was 14-0, but Archbishop Murphy is just putting it to River Ridge right now in this playoff game. In the second quarter, 33-0 is our score. 47-0 is our score. Archbishop Murphy putting on a show against River Ridge. It looks as though they are a lock to advance in the playoffs tonight.